Welcome back, guys and girls. Stasa23 here, back again with some knife therapy for you people. The knife I have in front of you is the Spyderco Bowie. It's a Marcin Sleece design. He's a custom knife maker out of Poland. He makes some beautiful stuff. Check him out on Instagram. You won't be disappointed. Quick specs. You got an overall length of 7.75, just shy of 8 inches. Your blade length is 3.375 inches of blade. You got 4.25 ounces in weight, and your blade steel is Carpenter CTS XHP. You got Marcin's logo on this side. I like that. It looks like a Wolverine paw hand or something like that. This knife was produced in the Taichung, Taiwan factory. We all know they have some good stuff coming out of that factory for Spyderco. You have Spyderco's logo right here, and you got Spyderco written down there. It's a titanium frame lock. You got 3 body screws, a clip screw, and your pivot. Your hardware has got a blasted finish on there. Nice. Very nice contrast with this. Love the finish on this titanium. It's got like a grayish, maybe they blasted it with some sort of media and then stone washed it. I don't think that's raw titanium. I could be wrong, but it just has a beautiful, beautiful finish, and that hides wear so much. I carry this blade a good bit, and I couldn't tell you which are my scratches and the stone wash scratches. The blade also hides wear really well with that beautiful mirrored then stone wash blade. Just love that. It's one of my favorite features. And if you can see that beautiful reflection off of that edge, yeah, that's beautiful. I wish I could take credit for that, but my homeboy Zelric hooked that up. If you're not following Zell, you definitely need to do yourself a favor and go check him out. He's got an awesome channel, awesome content, and is very active in the knife community. And him and another guy, I don't know if his brother or not, started making knives themselves, but I digress. You got jimping up here that's more for looks. It doesn't really give me any traction, but a nice locator. I like how you got that little ramp up right there. Helps you lock into the blade. Really nice with this forward choil right here. Keeps you from sliding up on the blade. And as you can see right here, they did a really good job, executed perfectly, a sharpening notch. I absolutely love that. Why can't they do that on more of their blades? I just don't understand. But that sharpening choil, as you can see, the ricasso, and then you got a perfect choil. You don't have any beard hanging off back there to make it look ugly once you sharpen it. You got a nice point for piercing. One thing that I wish, because I love a Bowie clip point blade, and when I heard the name, the Spyderco Bowie, I was hoping for a more pronounced clip in the blade. You just have this gradual, almost like a drop point, but you know, I like whenever you got a curved clip, kind of like in the Benchmade, what's it called? Of course, I'm not going to be able to remember it. You know what I'm talking about. The bigger, longer Benchmade that kind of has the Buck 110 look to it. I like that type of clip point Bowie style. Sorry, guys, I'm getting over a cold, and I don't want to drip snot on the screen. Let's get some size comparisons, you know, some knives that are in the ballpark of this $300 blade. For that kind of money, you can almost get you one of these guys. This is the Chris Reeve Knives Small in Cosi. A lot smaller, but the tolerances on these two knives are comparable. Now, I probably will get some flack for that. Not saying that you have as tighter tolerances as they do in this knife, but they're comparable. You know, you see here you have absolutely no gap in there by by the blade and the washers and all that. And you can see you have a little gap here. So you definitely have tighter tolerances here. And somewhat of the same type of action. You got that hydraulic like feeling when you're opening this. And the Bowie also has a remarkable, check this out, I'll see if I can get it. Just, I mean, falls like nobody's business. Falls shut and super, super smooth action. Let's see, what else do I have by me? Its brother, the Spyderco Spidey Chef. I'll be doing, once I get all the reviews on all three of the Marcin Sleece models, I'll do a comparison. That was what my subscribers want to see, and I will. I'm not going to let y'all guys down. They're pretty much almost identical in size. This one's $100 cheaper. But this one has, you know, more work put into it. Let's see, you got the Spyderco Advocate by Gil Bradley. The Advocate is a hair longer, not by much. Another one in the same price category, which is a great knife, is the Grayman Dua. I'll be doing a review on this one shortly, but spoiler alert, I've always loved this knife. This one's been around for a lot longer than this one, and it's seen tons of use, so y'all see one soon come up on this one. Also, somewhat on the secondary market, you find one of these guys, the Mini Bodega, produced by Riot Knives and designed by Todd Begg in the Steelcraft series. Good bit smaller. And one that pretty much everybody owns, close to it, is the Rat Model 1. And this one's in D2 with the carbon fiber overlay. Whoop, sorry about that. I'm a dodo. Let's see, and you can see the Rat Model 1 is a good bit bigger. So there you go with your size comparisons. Let's talk about this one in hand. This one, for me, is a dream in hand. It's got some, let me close this up. It's got some very, very nicely done contoured titanium scales. Everything's nice and rounded. You have no sharp spots anywhere. And it's super comfortable. And the hammer grip, let's see, pretty nice in the reverse grip. My finger just catches the wire clip, so it's not super comfortable in the reverse grip, but take that pot clip off and it is. And your pull grip right here is comfortable. And that's a sweet spot right there. Let's see what else I want to talk about. One thing that I'm not super a fan of is that back spacer. I would have much rather see some nice, classy looking, some pillars, standoffs, whatever you want to call them. Just because I like flow-through design. That has nothing to do with the design itself, but I like to be able to blow my knife out, and I don't know. I think it looks better in my eyes. But that's just an aesthetic thing that I like, and, you know, if that doesn't bother you, oh well. Let's see what else. One thing that is another just nitpick is the lock on this. Just listen to it, which is a good thing, but it whenever I throw it open, it thwack, which is a good thing, but not whenever you're flipping it 9,000 times with your wife on side of her. There's no covertly doing this one, you know, like. For instance, the Dua, I think I can open this one without her knowing. Yeah, I can quietly open that one without her giving me the evil stank eye. But this one, oh, the first opening, thwack. Which, you know, I want that outside of the house, but inside the house. I wish you could, you know, have it. I wish they had a silencer I could put on it. I'm just kidding, guys. You won't see people got upset about not seeing a steel insert right there, but whenever I've took this knife down, I've noticed just like on on this guy and like on this guy, which the lockup, I've had this one the longest, and the lockup has stayed the same. Let's see where it's at. The lockup hasn't moved in a few years that I've owned it. And just like this guy right here, you know, they both have about the same lockup, but and they're both done in the same manner. They don't have a carburized lock face, but they heat harden the titanium. It's called carburized, and that's why you get that solid lockup. You got no slip, no wiggle, and it probably won't move from this spot unless you're, you know, beating on it or something. That's probably where it'll stay once, you know, it's worn in, and nothing to worry about. I have a 15-year-old buck with a carburized lock face that hasn't moved a bit, and I use that knife a good bit. They did a good job on this cutout right here. You got a lot of room to get your thumb right there to disengage the lock bar, and they also have that nice little contoured spot that fits into the thumb perfectly, and you can easily get that knife closed. Super smooth. I mean, you see that action, guys? Look at that. Super smooth action. Definitely can't fault it on its action. Just a very well done knife. It's kind of, I don't want to say boring, but it's just kind of a plain knife for the price tag. And I know, you know, I spent it on this one, and this one's, you know, same, whatever. It's the same, but for some reason, I don't know. I thought about selling this knife a few times, but I just couldn't do it. I think I'll probably send this one off and probably send this one off maybe at the same time and get some anno work done. You know, something to spice it back up. You know, I like the knife, but I don't love the knife because it's just, you know, just like all my other regular plain titanium frame locks. But that's just an aesthetic, you know, thing that I see, and it's nothing make or break on the knife. So overall, wonderful knife. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Couldn't recommend it more if this is something you like the look of and the price tag's not too steep for you. I would recommend trying to find this one on the secondary market. Get a good deal, say $250 would be a great deal on it. Or anything lower than that, you can't go wrong. This knife is definitely going to function the way you want it to. The blade steel is A-OK. The lockup is good also. And something else, you know, it looks a lot later than it actually is, because when I took this down, there's a chamfer on the edge of that lock. I don't know why they do that, but it actually is coming in contact with the tang at around 50%. So there's nothing to be worried about that. One thing I did notice, which I never touched this anyway, is this part is kind of sharp. But like I said, I don't recall when let me touch that. You know, it doesn't get in the way of the grip. You know, when I bear down on it, I don't feel that at all. And one thing else before I let y'all go that I noticed that was a nice touch is usually you see them drilling the holes like right here to start the cuts, and then you'll see them back here. And I like how you only see it once here, and they did it without. I don't know why that one. I mean, I'm sure some of the knife makers could probably tell me that, but I don't really understand that right there. You know, like they did on this one. They did the same little hole. You don't see it on this one. It's just a cleaner look in my eyes. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below. Or if you want to just talk knives or talk anything, just leave them down below. I'll be doing my Techno review pretty soon, and then y'all wait for me, and I will do a comparison of all three, if that's something that y'all want to see. At least that's what it seemed. Everybody on Instagram said they want to see a comparison of all three, and hey, I do this for y'all guys. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. It's kind of nasty out here, but hey, getting to get behind the camera and talk to you guys puts a smile on my face. So I hope I put a smile on somebody else's face out there. Remember, guys, live every day as if it were your last, because tomorrow's not promised to you. Hope everybody's having a great day. Peace.